What is currently the top topic for your loved one, your counterpart, your desired partner, your sweetheart? Let's take a look now at what's going on with him or her. And yes, maybe there's a strange withdrawal happening, or you feel something like something isn't quite right. What's going on there? You're not getting any insight right now, maybe into his life, or you are getting an insight, but you're not sure. Is it even true? And that's what we're going to look into today. We capture the energy of the now, the most present energy that is being shown now, and are curious. Dear ones, this is a collective reading. It may not apply to everyone. And person cards are always gender neutral in a collective reading. I always like to mention that. It's also not the case here that it is continuous. So what was yesterday? That is exactly today's reading. Subsequently, there is also the reading from yesterday. It might be possible, but I'm not involved in the energy, in the most present energy that is shown for the collective. And as I said, let's take a look now at what's really going on. You pick out your puzzle pieces where you say, okay, all right, I can work with that. Or no, or there's nothing for me today. That's not a problem at all. And no matter when you watch this video today, it comes to you at the right moment because there's a hint for you right there. A very, very warm and heartfelt hello, my dear ones. A big, loving hug to you all. And I find it so wonderful how you communicate with each other in the community, in the big family. I thank you for your warmth, for your loving comments, for your appreciation. And I also thank all the new channel members whom I have the pleasure of welcoming here. Thank you very, very much for choosing to become a channel member. And to everyone watching the video, thank you for being here. Thank you for your loyalty. And to everyone new who has joined the channel, a warm welcome. So let's take a look now at what the current main topic is for the person opposite you. Maybe imagine it now, visualize it, and immerse yourself a bit in the energy. And let's take a look now. Okay, so the bottom of the deck. We already have the devil there, so something is, before we just dive further in here, this is the first thing that strikes me here. From the energy, which I also feel here, there are attachments here, there are definitely intrusions of energies. And the devil is also like, well, it already shows that there's a bit of, yes, there are very, very strong shadow themes with a person close to the heart. And I also have him here completely in doubt as well, distance. Yes. But also the distance to oneself. I also have him very material. Exactly. I'll start again from the beginning. I have him set very materially as well. Please excuse me. This material aspect is also shown here. So there's also a certain dependency. I have energies here with your person close to the heart, which maybe aren't his are therefore. He's floating around in spheres that don't suit him, where he has allowed himself to be pulled along. But I'm curious to see how it continues, so the other way around. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man here with the Hanged Man. It is also shown because this is with him. His issues are, yes, I have to hold him anyway, as well as this holding on, this perhaps not moving forward, because I have stagnation here again. We are actually doubled lying here, the stagnation like a powerlessness. and it is also shown. Everything is delayed right now. And in his entire environment, he encounters resistance everywhere, like a crisis. And then we have a topic of sitting between two chairs. He doesn't know exactly where to go, so he might also be making it quite difficult for himself. I sense this heaviness, but also very strongly with him. So from the energy, what you feel now, it's already very strong to see the heaviness. So then we have cups. Do you see that? Yes. So then we have the Page of Cups. Yes, which is a bit halted here. There is also this accommodating attitude right now. I have something like rigidity again. So this standstill, rigidity, super, really, really great. So I really have him swirling around in energies that don't suit him and where it's simply about him freeing himself from it, pulling himself out of the whole situation. Because basically, even if he is cool now and is always doubting, and this rigidity, as I said, is also where he might be closing himself off. What is slumbering deep inside him is a reconciliation and this emotional closeness. This closeness is also shown by the energy here between you and him or her. So there is already movement towards it, where he actually wants to crawl out of the depth he's in this quagmire where he's stuck. Yes, but it's precisely this lack of strength, as I said. But it is also shown that already there is a glimmer of hope in this curiosity to get out again and a different perspective to have, because here it's also about an environment, love, and feeling. But it's also like this, maybe you get a very, very strong sense of insecurity here. And perhaps you really need a bit of support from one or the other. Let's dive in now to see exactly what is being shown, what is happening here with the support, what exactly is going on here. Because in terms of the heaviness of the energy, I don't want to have the energy right now. But let's just take a look now. Oh, you know what? Ta-da. News, I need to plug in the power. Please wait a moment. I've got it in a second. No, it doesn't work after all. Okay, all right. Actually, it does work. So now we can continue. The power is plugged in, everything is fine. Okay, so the energy with your loved one. What is the current topic there?
Yes, well, we have a lot going on here in the domestic area. It's quite intense right now. So that doesn't mean that everything is completely chaotic family-wise. I mean, in general, because I am very much, yes, also a bit. He is also quite letting himself go. I have him totally, I keep experiencing this stagnation too. I have conflicts, disputes in his environment. And then what I find very interesting now, which fits in here as well, yes, is that there is also a stagnation between him and you. So, and that is his issue. Right here, the complete stagnation is being shown. There are also his fears being shown, his disappointment, the worries, the sorrow, the tears. So everything is bundled up. We have it here. And it is like this. He doesn't really know himself right now, whom or what he can actually believe. He feels completely betrayed and sold out here. That's how I have it here. And nothing is working at all anymore with your loved one. So it's exploding massively at all corners and ends. So it's madness. We can actually make it so simple because fundamentally, he is very much occupied, also with you. So I really say here, we asked generally, what is the top topic right now? You are also a top topic for him. And I have here this sense that he is under pressure. I have here very strong misunderstandings in communication. So he can also be very easily misunderstood at the moment. He understands. Currently, everything wrong as well. I have him here completely distrustful. No, he is yes, in every corner. He actually sees danger somewhere, if I may put it that way. And also at work, I really have strong issues concerning work. He is not making any progress right now. I really have a standstill here as well. We have so much standstill, there really can't be more standstills here. Pressure everywhere, stress and everything. Wow, push it away, just don't run in peace. That's how I have it with him. Yes, and other people, it can be male or female. So in general, I really have a big issue with him here. It's not working at all. So he's not only really withdrawing from you, because I actually have him here in the energy. Nothing works anymore. Nothing is going right. So he's completely withdrawing himself right now. And he's retreating into his cave here. For some, he might also be a bit caught up in alcohol, as I said, but we are in the collective. I want to be very cautious here because I already have this here. It might be that someone now has a friend who always comes to him, always of the same gender, and that it's just this and flip and gone. But it could also be that someone here is currently seeking something from gambling, perhaps seeking, so feeling drawn to this area right now. But he is being tempted by someone else. But do I really have him, so to speak? It's not like he's completely caught up in it from morning till night. No, I have him more like this. He doesn't know what to do anymore. He doesn't know which way to turn. He basically doesn't believe in anything anymore. He is completely disappointed by the outside world, and fundamentally, he is also disappointed in himself. Here, people, situations, events, experiences. I have people in his environment here. These are really negative energies, very, very, very strongly visible. And it's like nothing works anymore. It's like I would say everything always worked. He was great. Everything worked out. He knew what he wanted. And there was this optimism here too. So, and now we have this, wow, nothing works anymore. I have a pessimist here right now. Suspicious, pessimistic, disappointed. He is completely torn, actually, inside. Suspicious of everything and everyone. Nothing works anymore. So here I also have failures in repetition, which might also concern work, that he is now often absent here, or maybe says, okay, overtime that he might not have actually done, like really or something, we're just going to celebrate that now. Sick notes, so a repetition, simply because I have him completely in retreat. Even work isn't functioning. And there I also say, regarding work, I also say, boy, pay a little attention here. Be a little careful because not everything will work out for you. As I currently see him as a bit of an excuse artist here, he is trying to free himself up everywhere to come up with all sorts of excuses. But in his environment, especially regarding work, it might not really be bought anymore. Because I sense a bit of disharmony here, like he has not understood his situation. More in the direction of, what kind of little boy are you here? Something like that. What's this about now? So this feeling of not being understood, but he also feels misunderstood. But I have him completely upside down here, don't I? In this area, he is thinking, okay, I'll reflect on this now. Because some things have happened here that completely affect him. So, and then to top it all off, you, in a positive sense though, because with you, I sense these doubts. Yes, you feel you've done something wrong. You might write and you get no response. Or he gives you some kind of answer where you think, I can't make anything of this. What is this now? You see your loved one right now and you say, I don't know them like this at all. I don't know him like this or her. We are in a collective. You say, okay, I could always absolutely rely on him or her. Now there's a change to be seen here where you say, yeah, no, what's going on here? Please stop. when you look back into the past, which you have known for a long time, you had contact back then too, maybe you were even in a relationship, then you say, what has become of this person now? I knew I could rely on him. And now there's nothing left. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about this reliance, that this is your issue. But in general, you sense a change that doesn't fit him or her. Maybe also in activities. And even if you have no contact at all, that you may feel it, that there is something that has perhaps distanced itself from you energetically. You feel that. You feel it like this. And you think to yourself at the moment, I might not be able to grasp you anymore. But it's also quite good there because I say you don't want his or her energy right now. So even if you currently have no contact here or the contact is only sparse, that's really good because you really say or see it this way, you are truly protected here, shielded from receiving the energies all at once. Some of you will also feel it, like a wave boom. What crashes down on rubs you in. Your loved one really has big issues. That's really you. And there I also have this change again and again. So he comes, the change is there. The change is also clearly indicated. And the change also means in the domestic area for them. Because I have this feeling in the night hours, like suddenly when you have to go to the bathroom or something like that, because I have this fright lying there in the night, still in sleep, somehow stumbling around in sleep like this. The brief moment, or he opens the door and for a very short moment, as if he sees you right here, that you have been in the apartment, or it doesn't have to be the apartment. I just have the proximity and the domestic area here. These are just examples that I give. And there he might open the door or go to the bathroom and suddenly he sees you for a very brief glimpse, just a short moment. And there I mean, he is wide awake, like really, what just happened? This shock, and then this shock, because the shock is as if he perceived you, as if you are now there with him. Then comes the boom and his heart says, yay, here I am again. Party, right? Because he has always completely pushed his heart away. So he really tried desperately to push the whole thing away. He didn't want to look at it, but now he was really confronted with it. You really occupy his thoughts very, very strongly. And then the night might be over. Then nothing works anymore. Because this longing for you keeps coming back. I have this missing here. It is still blocked, yes. I have to honestly add that here. But a change is already visible. A change and his issues. I mean, he can't get out of this anymore. So it's like when he once said, oh, because I have him here like this, we'll sleep on it again, and another 20 times we'll sleep on it. It's already running, or we do it like this, not looking further, sweeping everything under the table or the carpet, something like that. Yes, and he has been following this pattern the whole time. But it doesn't work anymore. Because I also have him lying here very powerless, so it doesn't work at all anymore. And don't take it the wrong way, but honestly, he needed this hammer here. My beloved person is in the process of tidying up. But I really have his tidying actions here in slow motion. He needs it, and it will escalate quite a bit further. So whether it's with another female person, like an acquaintance, a partnership, or whatever, someone he might have just recently met, I tell you, even if he has met someone and is now in contact with that person, I keep seeing this, a wrongness, this bringing in something wrong. Even there, a concentrated load will come down. Or false friends, where he always imagined that everything fits now. Because nothing is going according to his rhythm anymore, nothing at all. As I said, I see quite a lot of mishaps at work for him, generally in his activities. By the way, it could also be that he was careless and bumped into something with the car, or whatever. Or getting one ticket after another, boom, collected. Something like that. Because I see him being totally careless here. Because he's completely scatterbrained right now. Yes, yeah, and he keeps engaging with you over and over again. He can't run away anymore. These cleanup efforts, this letting go of the old is clearly shown. I see the bigger change happening with him. It is being shown. But here it really means it doesn't happen overnight, because he moves more in the pedestrian zone than saying, okay, now he's going to take the highway or something like that. So I currently see him moving around in the pedestrian zone. But it always leads to, and this is what confronts him repeatedly, what gives him a push to change everything, to get out of there, to fish himself out. That's you. Because he is constantly confronted with these feelings of happiness. And as I said, he takes it, it's like a power drink, a kind of booster that he somehow always gets, like an energy drink or something like that. That's it, the memory, the feelings about you. Every time the heart says, look, hello. And then it's always like this, yes, and there's always a bit of motivation. Well, then when the upswing comes, it might slow down a bit again, but he keeps going, 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 because you are constant. How constant? Constant with your loved one. There's no getting around it. And this perspective is becoming increasingly stronger, increasingly deeper. Here, it's just like this. It depends on you whether you say, yes, okay, I'll take a look now. But please don't go into the waiting room and say, okay, I'll just take 10 coffees and 50 newspapers with me. For yourself, as you look further ahead, which I also always read in the comments, which is absolutely great what he's doing there. And let him go, because that's the support he needs when he gets back in touch. Can you support him? Yes. By simply letting him talk. Maybe only if you want, give him another chance. Because you decide freely for yourself what is right for you, what is good for you. As I said, I've put the communication a bit on hold, or it's kind of fallen asleep, restricted. So there's nothing where you think everything is like that. But you also feel it. So I also see from your side that you feel a lot. I have the change, the connection between the two of you here. Yes, definitely. Also regarding the connection, communication, personal meetings, I have seen them again. And also that this connection between you comes about again. That you say, okay, let's meet a bit more, or get back into movement, into communication. That movement comes back in here. And that there, yes, this interplay deepens again. As I said, right now it's a bit sluggish. We're a bit stuck in the mud here. But I see the positive turn. I see the change, that he will feel himself differently, truly. Because he might have been just floating on the surface, as I said, repetition has worked for everything once. And here it's not just a repetition that we have from earlier as well on various topics, but soon everything will be there. So here all doors are open. It's like, I don't know, there's a concert here and then the gates are opened. So that now all the fans can come in and bam, they all rush in. That's how I see it with him, this negative aspect. And he will be confronted with it and he will extricate himself from the whole situation. And support, which we also mentioned earlier, is also shown, as I said, when in conversation, in communication between you, but also beforehand, it is very clear to see the support you give is that you know each other. The support, this power boost that he keeps getting, the energy drink, so to speak, because the heart keeps disappearing. Or he closes his eyes and suddenly sees you. Or he sees something on TV and it brings back a memory of you. It could be a coffee cup or something else. Or somehow small moments, maybe something you once said, or something like that comes up. Or while shopping, when I also have the public involved. While shopping, maybe someone walks by with your hairstyle and he only sees the person from behind. Or he sees something and suddenly something he might have walked past 50 times without noticing, there's a product where he says, she liked to drink that or something like that. Such moments, because I have a lot of these sudden instances, these surprise effects for him again and again, And then, as I said, he sees it, and then the heart says, hey, hello, yes, I'm here, all clear. So, and then it's again like, yes, okay, I'm going to tackle this now. And I want to change everything now. Then, as I said, it sometimes goes back into slow motion, but I have activity. I no longer have complete stagnation. So, and now let's take a look at what we still have here in terms of tendency. Yes, so we have the swords. And when we look at the swords, it's like, yes, well, I would say it's not easy. We have 4 of swords, which means we have stagnation here again. So stagnation, 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 and like a fainting, as I said. But right now, as I said, this is the stagnation. Nothing is moving forward. But the reserves are being replenished here. And it's like the calm before the storm in a positive sense. And there, the activity is clearly shown again. And in connection with the activity, so with this card here, Bastian, concerns, we also have the cups. And cups always mean here, as we have already had here, this is where he wants to go, this activity. We have the activity here, and here we have emotion, feeling, love again. And with the cups, we have the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups is really about this searching. He might have fled, but he wants to search. He wants to get out of there. He wants to find solutions. And the curiosity now is awakened again. This, what we said earlier, right at the beginning, crawling out of it all again. Because it's like this. He really has a heavy heart now. And vitality is shown again. And that he will come out of it all again. Because he wants to truly come back to himself, to truly listen, to love again. And when we talk about love, then it's definitely you. Because you are being shown to me here. And from the environment, I have so much positivity coming from your direction, which he hears. And he will come back to that. But first, it's important to see and feel yourself, because I was actually feeling quite lost. And ultimately, you decide. And you are always the creator of your reality. And your happiness. Okay. My dears, thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. And I wish you a wonderfully beautiful rest of the day. Goodbye.